Morning class, and welcome to the practical class of your physics. This is experiment number 4 for class 11th, and we have already performed an experiment in which we have found the extension of a spring when different masses were suspended with the spring, and we have calculated the force constant of the spring using the spring, the graph of extension versus mass, and these were the readings. But today we will use these readings to calculate the electrostatic potential energy stored in the spring. The apparatus, vertical stand, spring, different masses, scale. As we have already performed this experiment, and this experiment is in the playlist of ISC Physics Practical and class 11th Practical, to find the force constant of the spring using the vertical stand, spring and masses. So you can go through the class, you can observe how the readings are taken, and then we come to the observation table which we have taken during the experiment, and observations written were these observations. We were having mass suspended and the extension, and then we have drawn the extension on, we have plotted extension on y-axis and mass suspended on x-axis, and we got the graph, a straight line like this. There is the extension on y-axis, mass on x-axis, and I explained you how to draw graph. I explained you what precautions we have to take while drawing the graph, what are the rules to draw the graph, and scale taken, the straight line, and here one point which is not on the line drawn, and this point, 2 points are left which are not on the line, but the 3 points are on the line, 3 points, and actually we have to find the best fit line. So for the graph or for the readings we had that day, this is the best fit line when the 3 points are lying on the line, right? So we have to leave these 2 points, although this is not very good observation. These two, I don't know what problem went with these 2 observations, but anyhow the graph we are having already. Now using this graph I am going to explain you how to calculate electrostatic potential energy. Now say this is the graph. Obviously the extension mass graph should pass through the origin, because when no mass is suspended, no force is exerted on the spring, the extension of the spring should be 0. Now this is the line we got. Drop a perpendicular from the last observation on the x-axis. Now you are having a right angle triangle, and this is the height and this is the base. If you find area covered by the graph with the x-axis, then it is half base into height. Now base is, this is 0, this is the last reading of the mass suspended, so base is mass suspended at the end observation, the last observation, minus 0, that is mass, that is the base into height. Now obviously this is the corresponding last extension recorded for the last mass suspended with the spring. So height will give you extension. Clear? I can write it half mass, and if I multiply this mass with the gravitational acceleration, then this will be force applied on the spring. Right? Force applied by the spring into extension, that is x. Now half mgx. Now force applied on the spring is equal to restoring force. We know this. That is why the mass suspended with the spring is in equilibrium, because mass weight of the applied force is equal to the restoring force. So we can write in place of mg half restoring force is kx. We know according to Hooke's law, kx into x, and that is half kx square. So this is elastic potential energy. Since we have drawn the graph between mass and extension, so we have to multiply the mass with the g. Then it will be the force applied on the spring, and then the force applied on the spring can be replaced with the restoring force kx, and you will get the elastic potential energy half kx square. So actually we have to calculate elastic potential energy by multiplying area covered by the graph with g. You got it here, that mass into extension is not giving you elastic potential energy. When you multiply it with g, then this will give you elastic potential energy. So let us try and follow the rules to find elastic potential energy with our graph which we have drawn. So look at the graph. The last observation with corresponding to the mass suspended 50 gram. The last observation is 1 centimeter. So the height of the triangle is 1 centimeter minus 0 centimeter, that is 1 centimeter, and the base of the triangle is 50 minus 0, that is 50 gram. So first we have to write the object, then apparatus, then observation table. We have to draw the same observation table as we have drawn for the force constant, as the readings are same, and then calculation elastic potential energy is area covered by extension mass graph, and then multiply it with g. So half, and we have seen base is 50 grams, so we have to divide it with 1000 to change it into kilograms. Then height is 1 centimeter. The triangle is having 1 centimeter height according to the scale we have taken. So 1 centimeter, and you have to divide it by 100 to change it into SI units, and G you can take 10. So the elastic potential energy will be, so substitute the values and calculate it, and we will get 2.5 into 10 to the power minus 5 joules as the elastic potential energy stored in the spring which we have performed that day. And elastic potential energy of the spring stored is the result, and that will be 2.5 into 10 to the power minus 5 joules. So this is quite simple experiment, and we can complete this experiment using the same readings which we have done in the previous practical class. You you have to paste the graph on the left side, so you have to draw the graph again using these readings, and then instead of calculating slope, you have to calculate area covered by the graph with the x-axis.